Órale, Cholo Trucker, Wrestling Rehab, shouts to all the junkies out there. And yes, it is official, and we all pretty much saw it coming, right? With the announcement of the Women's United States Championship over on SmackDown, everybody just pretty much knew it was a matter of time that we would get a Women's Intercontinental Champion at Monday Night Raw. Well, it was official this past Monday. So now it's like, okay, they're going to have a tournament just like they're doing over there on SmackDown, right? Who would be in the front runner to become the first ever women's intercontinental champion? Um, for those that do not know, I'll let you know. To me, the IC strap is the most prestigious, most important title ever. To me, that is. Not to you and not to the WWE and not to the wrestling world. I'm talking about for me and me personally. As most people like to call it, a mid-card title. Not to me, it is. No, it's not. To me, it is the number one title. I've always loved Intercontinental Champions, man. I really have. You know, going to back in the day from the Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior and Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart. And I mean, the list goes on and on, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels. And I think um, for a while there, I think the IC strap just kind of got buried a little bit. The last great Intercontinental Champion, I thought was probably The Miz. And then, of course, comes Gunther, and he becomes the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, beating the Honky Tonk Man's record. To me, the IC strap is much more meaningful than any other title. Any other title. Okay. Again, that's just for me personally. Um, So, am I interested in the United States champion for the women? Yeah, yeah, I am, but not like this. Not like it is for the IC strap. Okay. Do you guys like the fact that there's I'll call them mid-card titles, okay? Just for conversation purposes. All right. But do you guys like these mid-card straps for the women? Um, I do. Honestly, I think the women's tag team titles, honestly, man, I think they're failing. I don't really see much interest in the women's tag team championship. I don't. Um, they really need to do something and bring up some sort of story. As it stands right now, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are tag team champions. And I think right now they're probably the best ones to do it. They just really don't have um, really good tag teams for them to really be in programs with. Probably going to get a good storyline. We'll see what happens with the Jade Cargill thing. But I like this. I like this because now you can keep women away from the main title and have them go after this mid card title, as people like to call it, mid card title, instead of everybody just chasing the main title, on Raw or SmackDown, where they're having the Women's United States Championship. So, I like it. I like it. Here's the thing though, because now this is going to be history. Oh, this is going to be history. And look, I'm sure the Women's United States Championship belt is going to be historic on whoever wins it first. And that's good. That's fine. That's dandy. I am interested in that. Okay. I will be keeping an eye out on that. However, because this is the Intercontinental Championship for the women, I am much more interested in who becomes the first IC champion. Okay. I am much more interested. So I'm throwing it out there to you guys. Who should be, because this is going to go down in history. You cannot change it. You cannot erase this. All right. If a woman does an Alundra Blaze and drops this belt in a trash can, doesn't matter. You can't erase it. You could try to make people forget, but it's still stamped in history, and it's still stamped in the minds of people. Who should be the first women Intercontinental Champion? And how long should they hold the belt for? I'm saying right off the top, the person should hold it for about 6 months. Make it meaningful. Don't let this title just jump around. Not at first. Maybe down the line you're gonna have to do that, but have whoever does win it, and we'll get to, I want to see who's gonna be in the tournament, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But whoever does win it, have them hold it for about 6 months. I don't want it just to be jumping around every single month. Make it meaningful. But what's your guys' thoughts on not just the Intercontinental Champion, but for the women, but also the United States Champion? These mid-card titles, I think it's a great idea, but I'm very, very interested on who becomes the first Intercontinental Championship. I'm sorry, the first women's Intercontinental Champion. Who do you guys think it should be, and how long should they hold it? And do you guys think these mid-card titles are a good idea? Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab, Sauce, all the junkies. Catch you guys on next one.